Welcome to the Gary Abbott YouTube channel. Today, I got a question. After living in the villages almost 5 years, what would you do differently now than you did when you purchased your home and what village you decided to live in? Terrific question. One that I took a few days to think about. Actually even shot a video that I scrapped because I just got all over the place. And I'm going to pare it down really quick. I think as much as you watch YouTube videos and look at locations coming out and hear about different squares like Eastport or Spanish Springs, you get a lot of things in your head like, ooh, where would I like to live? I wanted to live next to Sumter Landing. I thought Sumter Landing was the square for me, but it didn't work out. I did not purchase next to Sumter Landing. And I think what this tells me is, as I rethought about my transition to the villages, I think this is what happens to most people. No matter how much you pre-plan or how much you talk about, you're going to check it out and you're going to figure it all out. I encourage you to do as much research as you can to help you with your decision. But here's how it really worked for me. I came and visited the villages. The activities, the entertainment areas, the nightly entertainment sold me. Compared to the other 55 plus locations with like once a week entertainment, the villages just hands down on activities beats everything else. Once you realize that, the second thing that happens is you're deciding when you're going to retire. Are you buying this as a second home before your real retirement, or are you ready to retire and move? Once you've, and I did say this in a test video, was I drank the Kool-Aid and suddenly I wanted to live there or go there part-time. This is the real secret. It's when you make that decision to buy. When you make that decision to buy and move, either one of those, you get what you get. And not a lot of choices are done on your own. Yeah, you get to look at what the inventory is through the binoculars of that time. What's available and pre-owned, whether it's in Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter, Brownwood, all those pre-owned homes, even the new section has pre-owned homes. You get to look at them. You get to say, this is something I get a comment all the time. I want to live in the older area where there's mature trees and everything is developed. Well, there's a trade-off. You get older homes and it's not quite like a brand new home. Some will like it more, but many of us, like myself, I didn't want an older home that worked repairs, fixer-upper, AC units, didn't want that. But you have to make that choice. But here's what I'm getting to. You also won't get to pick the new home location. It's picked for you by the villages of what they're selling in that given year. If they're in Long Prairie, they're in Long Prairie. If you want a new home, you might be able to wait a couple of months and see a different area near there, but in that given year, and I'll use Edenfield. Over the last year and a half, Edenfield went on the market and was gone. So what's left is a few homes that either didn't sell or people who are starting to resell for whatever reason. You still get to pick that area, but you're not getting all your choices. You are probably, when you go to a pre-owned, you're making choices of what you can live with. That's what you're doing. No different than a new area. you could custom build whatever you want, but you're not going to be able to say, oh, I want it on Central Lake. No, those lots are gone. Those homes are gone. Maybe you wait. Some people say rent. Well, rent just delays where the news are going to be and what comes available from the pre-owned in any of the older districts. I'm sure your budget plays a bigger role than your selection, but your selection, as we all know, will depend on your budget. And so I'm saying to you that you are less control than you think when you look at the totality of the villages. On the flip side, the villages has a lot for sale, in the sense of, you know, a percentage of the market and the number of homes you'll get to look at and pick from. But you won't, it's not like you get to decide which house is available and what it has and has not. So a lot of us, when we picked, I ended up with a new home, and the new home was being built, and I look at this, it was in the Sawgrass area, and I liked it, but the area was picked for me. I wasn't picking. I kind of was picking, because I will tell you, like, I liked the area, I liked the pool next, it met some of my criteria. But in totality, I didn't. If I was a year earlier, I might have been in St. Catherine. So the villages is picking a lot for you if you want new. But when you pick older, you get different amenities. You get different things. You might get more golf courses in certain areas compared to other areas. But in some areas, you get more bike paths than you get in other areas. It all depends what activities you like and how's the pool in that area. Lots of things to consider. I still recommend that you visit, take a look, and be careful locking yourself into one place or the other. The other thing is, a lot of people are like, they base their location on no bond. I don't agree with that a lot, because older locations that had a bond, now that the bond's gone, the value's built into the price. Don't kid yourself, the value's built into the price. Newer locations come in closer or lower, but they have a bond, but they're brand new. All of the fixtures, all of the AC units, everything comes with a warranty, unlike the older homes. So for me, a lot of times, you really got to look at the value proposition. What are you getting? And what are you getting in a new versus an old? Trees, you can buy trees. You can buy trees for your front yard as big as you want. Those kind of things, it's from myself looking back. What would I do differently or not differently? I wouldn't do anything differently. But I now would weigh the activities and location as 50% and the home as 50%. Because one of the things in that early years of retirement, you're looking at fun, vacation, you're looking at it a little differently than, I'm getting older, I can't play pickleball anymore, those things aren't important. I'm going to spend a lot more time at home. So how's your house? Do you like your house enough that will fulfill your retirement dream plans, activities, that kind of stuff? So think about it. But I now would weigh home and activities equally. I don't regret what I did. I don't regret my location. I don't regret my house. I still love my house. My house is actually not too small. It's the right size. Would I like it bigger in some areas? Yes. Do I like the idea of a pool, even though there's plenty of pools around? Yes. Would I make the change? Maybe. That doesn't mean I didn't make the right decision, but keep in mind, you may fall into this. You may do the same thing I did, or you may buy a patio villa just to have it like the village is your vacation or winter home. But if somewhere down the road you decide to make it full time, is that going to be okay? And do you care that you're just going to upgrade at that point? That's what people do. So I love the question. I love the time to think about it. I don't think you have choices, but choices within the window of when you say, I'm going to do it. That's what happened to me. Once I said I'm going to do it, after I visited 3 months later, I had a signed contract for the home. Hope this helps some people, that you want to weigh a lot of things. Don't get caught up in any one thing, but also don't sacrifice something that you're really going to want a year later, 2 years later. That would be a mistake. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.